Get ready for Rugby Fever, where young talents from all over come to showcase their skills in the ultimate school showdown. Meet the future field heroes of rugby. Experience the thrill of every try time. Feel the power of epic tackles. Chase the school glory with every match. Cheer for your school. Get ready to watch epic rugby battle and witness the rise of future champs. The excitement is contagious. Catch the action here. Welcome to the Dialog Schools Rugby League 2024, where legends begin.
Good evening and welcome to the Sugathadasa Stadium here as we prepare for the commencement of this final game of the first round for both these teams, Thurstan College and their neighbours Royal College, both teams from Colombo 7, rounding up the league for both themselves in this for this season. Both teams coming into this game with contrasting fortunes, you'd have to say. Thurstan College making their entry into A Division Rugby after some time. Have not quite had it their way, yet to notch up a victory, while Royal just going down with that one victory against St. Peter's last week. So no doubt they will be looking forward to making amends for that defeat and putting on a good performance today. Thurstanites on their part, it's been a real tough going for them throughout this season. They've tried their level best, but unfortunately just haven't been able to match up to the intensity and physicality of the other teams in the A Division. The weather conditions today are pretty much perfect. The maximum temperature 31 Celsius. There is generally a pretty strong wind blowing across this stadium, but it's not too bad today. The flags that are up here slightly fluttering, but it could change as this game goes along. We're expecting to have some mild showers, but let's hope for the sake of the game that it stays away. Joining me in commentary today is to Sudarshan Piris. Good evening, Sudarshan.
Very good evening, Abdullah, and very good evening, Jola Rivers, joining us on the Papare. Another week, another game here at the Sugathadasa Stadium. I think this season has been very fiercely contested, and this particular game week, we are coming back to what we missed out in week number 4. And like you mentioned, I think for Royal, it couldn't have come at a better time, isn't it? After that demoralizing loss last week against St. Peter's, it's a chance for them to try and get back into their own rhythm just before that all-important second round.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure there'll be a few changes in the team as well. I'm sure Coach Dushant Luke will be looking to try and freshen up the squad a bit, give some of his reserves a bit of game time, and these are the highlights from last week's games. First up was the Josephians taking on Kingswood, with the Josephians managed to comfortably win, and Nisipatana have been slowly but surely going about their business unbeaten. And of course this was the big encounter last week between St. Peter's and Royal, and of course it was the St. Peter's back three really who made the difference in that game. And of course another encounter between the other newcomers, Sri Sumangal against DSN Naika. DSN Naika running away with that game pretty comfortably. And another team, Sudarshana, that has slowly but surely been making some good progress, the Thomians notching up a comfortable victory against the Dharmaraja last week.
Yes, and Thurstanites put on a spirited display against Zahira College despite being on the losing side. Trinity getting a bonus point victory against Science College, although unimpressive. And Wesley versus Vidyarth, I thought, was the most competitive game of last weekend, despite Royal versus St. Peter's being the game of the week last week. An interesting week that we had as we take a look at how the final scores panned out. 55-point victory for St. Joseph's College, a morale boosting victory for them. Nisipatana goes on their merry way of getting those wins, and 38 points to 8 at Nithaville against Antonians. They'll be happy that they've collected that on the road. Again, a massive defeat for Sumangal College in the hands of the Dons, who will be very nervy today to see what pans out at Trinity versus Dharmaraj. Royal versus Peters, a game of two halves really. First half it looked like St. Peter's was on a different level altogether, but Royal woke up in the second half, putting up a spirited display, but then it was too little too late for Royal College. Zahira versus Thurstan, at one point it was 13 points to 10. Thurstan was in the lead, but then Zahira managing to pull through 46 points to 12. Like Abdullah mentioned, St. Thomas's has been one of the most improved teams after their initial loss to Trinity in the opening week. Science College going down to Trinity here at Sugathadasa Stadium. Trinity luck that they've managed to get that win despite being a little unimpressive, but 20 points to 34. That scoreline does not do justice to how close that game was up in Nithawala, Vidyartha taking on Wesley College.
Yeah, so this is the points table from the concluded matches. As I mentioned earlier, this is the final week of this league. In Group 1A, Isipatana comfortably ahead by 33 points.
This group, Abdullah, I think is the most interesting one, isn't it? Because if you see, the only reason why Trinity College is still up there and is with a chance because the fact that they've collected 6 bonus points, effectively a bonus point every game that they played. That's why they are still up there despite losing 2 games. St. Thomas's College have lost only 1 game, but with 29 points because they haven't been able to collect bonus points in some of those victories that they've had. DSN College went down to St. Thomas's and Isipatana, so they will have to hope and pray that St. Thomas's and Trinity both go down and go down without a bonus point so that they can have some chance to go the distance. Dharmaraj and Science in the mid-table, but this side of the table has been fairly straightforward. But I think when it comes to the quality of the teams, this has been a more competitive group.
Yes, you could say that. It's just that I guess the superior physicality of the Peterites and Royal has shown throughout the season. Is it Sudarshana? Skill-wise, most of these other teams like Wesley, Vidyartha, and even Zahira on some occasions have shown reasonable skill levels, but it's just that the physical dominance of these top 2 teams has been the difference, and why they managed to secure their place in the super round so early.
But I honestly do believe, Abdullah, I think we've had this conversation off air as well. Since there are 16 teams, it will be ideal if we can have 4 teams that from each group that compete for the second round, with the bottom 4 teams competing for that relegation spot, because that way every single team that competes in the tournament will have something to play for after the first round.
Yeah, absolutely, and it will just keep the interest going right till the very end. But that's up to the powers to be to discuss, Sudarshan. You and me can express our opinions for as long as we want. Let's hope that good solution is found, because it's a wonderful sporting property, isn't it? It's a tournament that gets a lot of people excited of, not just the schools, but other rugby fans and even sports fans in general as well. So what we'll do is we'll go in for a short commercial break, and we'll see you all on the other side.
Don't go away, the action's just begun.
Get keys to your wheels and experience people-friendly vehicle leasing with Amana Bank. Enjoy the lowest monthly installment and flexible financing up to 7 years. Apply online at www.amanabank.lk or call 0117 756 756. Amana Bank. It's your bank.
Radials. The road is yours.
NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දී රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න. Studies එකයි jobs දෙක තුන කරන්න. Real energy for real life. Ride.
Gold Hair and Body Wash එක.
Enjoy the infinite possibilities of the freedom of space, inspired by the beauty of our land. Sri Lanka's finest finished, largest sized porcelain tile collection. Majestica. Lanka Tiles. Fine living redefined.
හැමදේම අතළඟ තියෙද්දි දුක් විඳින්නේ ඇයි?
Gold Hair and Body Wash එක.
Hot and spicy fun vibe එක විවර කරන්න. Beat එක remake කරන්නට වෙන්න. හදවත බාවලා යන්න ගින්නර fashion කරන්න. Fun තුරන්න කොතුමි kick එක වෙන්න. Cream කොතුමි fun තමයි.
NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න. Real energy for real life. Ride.
Surf Excel පළමු සේදුමෙන් ඉතා පහසුවෙන් තද පැල්ලම් ඉවත් කරන කම්ෆර්ට් ප්‍රීමියම් සුවඳ සමගින් දැන් රුපියල් 540කට පමණයි.
Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. Hamasitakma pipide, rasa lemon rasa ye. Jeevithayama mihirai, Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. Chill venna lemon.
නිකම් බොරුවට රිස්ක් එකක් ගන්නේ ඇයි? NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
It is my vision that wakes me up, not my alarm. I make mistakes, but I will never be defeated.
My biggest competitor is myself.
Vibe account from Commercial Bank for the youth who think beyond limits. Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
වතුරත් ලීක් වෙලා. ස්ලැබ් එකත් ඉවරයි. බලන්නකො දැන් සාලේ කැත. චමරි.
Swisstek Aquashield 2K waterproof දැම්ම නම් වතුර කාන්දු වෙන්නෙත් නෑ. හිතටත් නිදහස්.
Swisstek Aquashield 2K waterproofer. සීල් කරන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Real energy for real life. Ride.
Welcome back to the Sugathadasa Stadium as we prepare for this encounter between Thurstan College and Royal College. Just seen the completion of the junior game, and both first 15 teams is still going through their warm-up routines. So until we start this commencement of the game, let's just have a look at the top try scorers for this season so far. Standing way ahead of the rest of the pack is the very impressive Vishenka Silva of St. Peter's College with 13 tries. He's followed by the Vidyartha skipper Gayan Pereira with 8 tries. Shanesh Kalyana Gunawardana, Thomian Centre with 7 tries. The pit right skipper Dulaj Navodya and Royals number 8 Aya Shyam round up that list with 6 tries each. Top point scorers, Vishenka Silva, despite not being their place kicker, but has been very impressive on that left wing for the Pete Wrights. Is ahead in the point scorers list as well with 65 points. Following him is Vidyartha's Thusit Tamodia with 49 points. Ali Hadai of Wesley College, 48 points, along with Janindu Vijayaratna of DSN Anayaka with 48 points, and is enjoying third position. And the list is rounded up by Royals centre three-quarter and place kicker Nabil Yahya with 47 points. So these are the fixtures for this week. This is first up is Royal versus Thurstan here at the Sugathadasa Stadium. Another interesting encounter which no doubt my co-commentator will be keeping a close eye on. Trinity taking on Dharmaraja up in Pallakale. Critical for the Trinitians in terms of getting a bonus point, and then of course just hoping that their good mates Isipatana will do them a favour by rolling over St. Thomas's. Kingswood will be taking on Zahira. Both teams just probably not living up to expectations this season, so we'll probably want to round up this league with a victory. You could say the same for the next encounter between St. Joseph's and Wesley as well, which will be played at Havelock Park today. And of course Sunday's fixtures, the big one, Isipatana versus St. Thomas's. Critical for both teams for different reasons. Isipatana still very much in the running for that league title. Imperative that they get a good win with a bonus point as well. St. Thomas's, if they do get a win, will pretty much seal their place in that super round, and that will be a significant achievement for St. Thomas's rugby. And of course Vidyartha will be hosting the other unbeaten team, St. Peter's, up in Nettavella. Science College will be taking on DSN Anayaka here at the Sugathadasa Stadium tomorrow. And the fixtures will be rounded up with Sri Sumangala taking on hometown rivals St. Anthony's at the Bogambara Stadium. So we'll go in for another quick commercial break, and we'll see you in time for the kickoff.
Don't go away, the action's just begun.
Stop! Didn't you know you can get free delivery with Uber One?
Wait, really?
Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
කොහෙන් හරි කමන්නේ ෆොටෝ එක තිබ්බනම් මට මේ බිත්තියේ කැත වහගන්න තිබ්බා.
චෞමරි අක්කා.
බිත්තියට ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ගාලා ෆිනිෂ් කළා නම් ඔය ප්‍රශ්න මුකුත් නැහැ.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ෆිනිෂ් එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
Gold hair and body wash එක.
Real energy for real life. Ride.
Get keys to your wheels and experience people-friendly vehicle leasing with Amana Bank. Enjoy the lowest monthly installment and flexible financing up to 7 years. Apply online at www.amanabank.lk.
Amana Bank. It's your bank.
Stop! Didn't you know you can get free delivery with Uber One?
Wait, really?
Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
පැත්තකින් වාගෙනදී තව පැත්තකින් මතුවෙනවා. මේ ටයිල් එක බෑ. දෙක තුනක් කැඩිලත් එක්ක.
චොමරි අක්කා. ජීවිත කාලය පුරාම අල්ලන් ඉන්න නම් ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ඕන ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව්.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
සර්ෆ් එක්සෙල් පළමු සේදුමෙන් ඉතා පහසුවෙන් තද පැල්ලම් ඉවත් කරන කම්ෆර්ට් ප්‍රීමියම් සුවඳ සමගින් දැන් රුපියල් 540කට පමණයි.
Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
හැමදේම අතළඟ තියෙද්දි දුක් විඳින්නේ ඇයි?
Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. හැම සිතක්ම පිබිදේ, රස lemon රසයේ. ජීවිතයම මිහිරයි. Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. Chill when a lemon.
Gold hair and body wash shaker.
Stop! Didn't you know you can get free delivery with Uber One?
Wait, really?
Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
පොඩ්ඩක් නවතින්න. ඔබ ඔය රිමෝට් එක අතේ තියන් channel මාරු කරන්නේ ඔබේ දරුවට බලන්න හොඳ programs යන channel එකක් හොයන්නද? ඔව් ඒක ලේසි වැඩක් නෙවෙයි තමයි. සමහර ඒවායි කාටුන් විතරයි. තවත් ඒවායි අධ්‍යාපනික වැඩසටහන් විතරයි. තව සමහරක් ඒවායි සින්දු විතරයි. ඔය සේරම එකම තැනක තිබුණා නම් දරුවටත් ලේසි, ඔබටත් පහසුයි නේද? එහෙනම් ඉතින් ඔබට නවතින්න වෙන්නේ මෙතන. දරුවගේ දැනුම අවබෝධය වර්ධනය කරන ගමන් දරුවා සතුටින් තියෙන වටිනා වැඩසටහන් රසක් මෙතන තියෙනවා. Dialog TV නාලිකාංක 48. A+ Kids TV. ආදරේ බෙදෙන පුංචි හිත්වලට ආදරෙන්.
දැන් රෙදි ටීවී නාලිකාව වෙතින් ජයරත්න ගලගෙදර ඉදිරිපත් කරන බයිස්කෝප් කතා වැඩසටහන. ඔබ කැමති චිත්‍රපටයේ රසවත්ම කතා අහන්නට බලන්නට Dialog TV නාලිකා අංක 18 රෙදි ටීවී ඔස්සේ දැන් සෑම සෙනසුරාදාකම සවස 5:30ට බයිස්කෝප් කතා.
Get ready to tackle greatness. The time is now. Dialog Schools Rugby League, live on the Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel.
කිසිදා නොමියෙන මතක, කිසිදා නොමියෙන චරිත, සැමදා මතකෙන් නොමියෙන චිත්‍රපට තුළින් ස්වර්ණමය යුගයක් එකලු කළ අප්‍රමාණ රසිකාදරයට පාත්‍ර වූ සිංහල සිනමාවේ අමරණීය චරිත මතකාවර්ජනය. අමරණීය මතක ඩයලොග් ටෙලිවිෂන් චැනල් අංක 18 රෙදි ටීවී ඔස්සේ සෑම දිනකම සවස 3ට.
දාඩිය දාගෙන ගෙදර මිදුර තනකොළ කපපු කාලේ ඉවරයි. දැන් ඒකට ඉන්නවා රොබෝ කෙනෙක්. මාස 6ක් විතර එක දිගට බැටරි ලයිෆ් එකක් තියෙන CCTV එකක් තිබ්බොත් ඔයාලා යූස් කරනවද? ලැග් වෙන්නේ නැතුව, ස්ටක් වෙන්නේ නැතුව ගේම් ප්ලේ කරන්න, වීඩියෝ එඩිට් කරන්න අලුත් ලැප් එකක් හොයනවද? කෝටි ගාණක් වියදම් කරලා ෆේල් වෙච්ච ගේම් එකක් ගැන දන්නවද? ඒ ඔක්කොම ගැන දැනගන්න මේ සතියේ ටෙක් ටිප්ස් බලන්න.
Card Right PI. I'll be right with you, ma'am. Thank you, too. Goodbye. Ah, Margaret Wright. Hello.
What is going on?
Can I offer you my card?
What is it? Todd, you are not running your own detective.
Catch the all-new So Help Me Todd Season 2, only on Hits Now.
Catch the excitement real time. Be up to date with it all. Let us capture your milestones. Get it sizzling hot off the turf. Hear the experts break it down. Dig deep into the nitty-gritties. Be inspired by their greatness. Relive all the scintillating action.
Catch the action of the India Tour of Sri Lanka 2024 live. Enjoy 3 T20I matches and 3 ODI matches from 27th July to 9th August, live on Dialog Television, Sony Sports 1, 10 Cricket and Sony Sports 5 HD. Dialog Television, Sri Lanka's #1 television experience.
සැමදා මතකෙන් නොමියෙන චිත්‍රපට තුළින් ස්වර්ණමය යුගයක් එකලු කළ අප්‍රමාණ රසිකාදරයට පාත්‍ර වූ සිංහල සිනමාවේ අමරණීය චරිත මතකාවර්ජනය අමරණීය මතක. සිංහල සිනමාවේ අමරණීය චරිත මතකාවර්ජනය සෑම දිනකම සවස 3ට රිදී TV අමරණීය මතක තුලින්.
ඉන්දීය ක්‍රිකට් කණ්ඩායමේ ශ්‍රී ලංකා තරග සංචාරය 2024 උද්වේගකර T20 තරග 3ක් සහ එක්දින තරග 3ක් ජූලි 27 වනදා සිට අගෝස්තු 7 වෙනිදා දක්වා Dialog Television, Sony Sports 1, 10 Cricket සහ Sony Sport.
Welcome back to the Sugathadasa Stadium as we see the Royal team taking the field. As we wait the arrival of the host team, Thurstan College, flag being held by the prefects of Thurstan. Sudarshana, 2 schools situated at Colombo 7, separated by just 1 wall. How do you see this game going?
Well, literally right next to each other, isn't it? We talk about neighboring schools, but these guys are literally neighbors. I think despite being so close to each other, when it comes to the oval-shaped ball game and its heroics, I think both of them are miles apart, poles apart. Royalist mainstays in the top division. Thurstan returning to the top division after a long hiatus, and it has been a difficult one for them, but it's an experience I think most of these guys will relish. And remember, due to the fact that they've been relishing in the bottom, they might have to compete in a playoff to secure their position next year in the top division. So that's going to be something they will have in their mind. So these are kind of games that they will want to capitalize and make sure that they get their bearing right.
Yeah, absolutely. From both these teams, this game has some meaning, but for contrasting reasons. Is that the Royalists, from their point of view, will want to just get a good win, just to get that feel-good factor back in them. And this is the team for today's game. Yehan Bandara, Afif Farooq and Abdul Rahman Ajmal will form the front row. Yehan Veerasurya and Altaf Aman will make the second rows for Royal. Yehan Veerasurya coming back from a suspension from last week. Yuvindu Etugala and Senuja Ranasinghe will be the 2 flankers, and an interesting inclusion to the number 8 position. Disas Patirana, who normally plays as first in, will make the shift to number 8, so a bit of experimentation by Royal coach Dushant Luke. Scrum half will be Savish Fernando, and he will pair off with Idris Farooq at number 10. Amika Samarasinghe, Hiruka Jayanindu and Tiven Lakdev, along with Didula Jayasurya, will form the rest of the three-quarter line with Nabil Yahya back at his pet position at number 15. The replacements will be Mohammad, Yatavara, Vijayawardena, Pereira, Nisalita, Madun Kotua, Sankapala, Shafiq, Nizar and Vikramaratna.
Thursday nights with largely unchanged outfit. Vinuka Karnanayaka, Nipun Nirman, Ryan Pereira, Binuka Kela Denia, Pasan Jayaratna, Kavish Bandara, Chanit Pereira, Sitij Jayatilaka bringing up the forwards. Hans Haparach and Esita Virat, the halfback combination has been consistent for the Thursday night. Samadin Munasinghe and Shahir Shamsha, the wingers for Thurstan, Jason Austin and Ahad Saleh in the middle for Thurstan, with Netupul Lasanda being the fullback right at the back.
So Royal making a few changes and positional changes as well. So a bit of a experimentation flavor for this game. As you can see, both teams school song currently being played. Have a listening to that. So that's the completion of the school songs, and both teams now will take their place on the field. So these are the match officials for today's game. Charani Lianage, the referee. First female referee, I believe, Sudarshana, to officiate in A Division Rugby. It's a huge achievement from a personal point of view, but also for the game as a whole. She'll today be assisted by Kalum Sandaruan and Tilina Jayalat.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant, isn't it? Charni has been one of those players, even in her playing days, who's put her hand up. She was a consistent performer in the national outfit, taking on the whistle from after hanging up her boots, playing, but her boots are still coming into good use, and we really do hope that many more will take on the whistle. And congratulations to Charini, and also to the Referees Association for being able to try and groom a female referee to take charge of A Division schools rugby.
Yes, it's all about creating opportunities, isn't it, Sudarshan? And that's exactly what the Referees Society have done. And looking forward to see more female referees blowing in the top echelon of rugby in the future. So it'll be Thurstan to kick off. Long ranging kick. Collected. For all, set up a ruck just outside the 22. Pass it to their big man. Royal deciding to play with a bit of width. And immediately an overlap created. Royal bouncing away from a couple of tacklers. It's Didula Jayasuriya, Royal, creating some good phases. Marika taking the ball up. Recycled. Ball being shifted. Yahya joining the line. Evading a couple of defenders. Still staying on his feet. So Royal just upping the ante. And it's Veera Surya taking the ball up. But looks like a referee has called for accidental offside. But she'll go back for a penalty. Or I think play was stopped, Sudarshan, because one of the Thurstan players were injured.
It's getting tended to. Seems like it's a blood-brain injury, yes. Calling for a change. At the very start, isn't it not ideal for Thurstan College?
Yes, those first few phases by Royal, a bit ominous. Thurstan just need to get their tackles in earlier on. So play will recommence with a scrum in favor of Royal, as Royal did have possession. Interesting call, Sudarshana. Royal's number 8 today is Disas Patirana. He does do a lot of ball carrying from that first center position. Been tried out at the number 8, the back of the scrum.
Similar to Royal skipper last year, Sena Naika. Also was tried out at the number 8 position.
Well, there I actually think, Sudarshan, it was the other way around. He was originally a third row forward, moved to the center, but here being worked in the other way. So let's see what Patrina does. Has an opportunity here, feeds it out to his scrum half. Yahya taking the ball up. Veera Surya gets it out to Bandara. Again, ball recycled. It's a bit loose by Royal. It's a bit of confusion. So Thurstan with a scrum. Just don't seem to be putting much pressure at the breakdown, isn't it, Sudarshana? Playing very offhandish, not committing themselves to the breakdown.
Especially when you're a team where you've gotten on to the top league, it's an area that's very difficult for you to compete in, isn't it? the breakdown area, the contact point. If you can try and dominate that and call your own, that's when you can match up to the oppositions. Royal, on the other hand, are trying different options. Here's the Thurstan. This is what they can do. Try and capitalize in broken play.
Yes, that's very good by Thurstan. Bit of lapse defense by Royal. Now an opportunity for Thurstan. But again, missed opportunity. Knock on. That was a wonderful break by Thurstan's right centre, Ahad Saleh. A yawning gap in the Royal defence. A new centre combination today for Royal as well. So they'll probably need to get used to calls in terms, not just in terms of ball in hand, but even when in defence.
Royal, of course, will be looking for rhythm and also some confidence after last week.
Fernando getting the ball out to Samarasinghe. But it's been adjudicated as a knock-on. So another unforced error by Royal. Just need to be a bit clinical in finishing these moves as much as possible. Understandably against a rather inferior opposition, but they just cannot let their standards drop, isn't it, Sudarshana? Tougher games coming up. So these boys who have been given a chance need to grab it and put themselves in line, in contention for those bigger games that are coming up. Ball fed in by Hansa Hapuarachi. A half dummy by Eshita Veeraratna. Thurstan just trying to give the ball a little bit of width. Rush defense by Royal. Another big hit. Thurstan on the back foot, being driven into their own 22. Hansa has knocked the ball on. So that's the importance of putting pressure at the breakdown, isn't it, Sudarshana? Just to try and unsettle the scrum half.
Royal doing absolutely well there, making sure even when you lose opportunity of turning the ball over, you still got an opportunity to try and put pressure on the breakdown, and that is why securing your breakdown is absolutely important. Thurstan rather currently not matching up. Here's Patarina with his first break, gets away from two men, big hits from him. Royal now will look to keep it this close to the forwards, who will lick their fingers and will want to keep it close, but Veerasurya decided that he's going back to the line. Knock back, says referee. Interception. Opportunity for the Thurstanites to get the first score. And that's going to be a poacher stack try. The swan dive comes out, and why not? As Chanitu Pereira touches down for Thurstan.
Absolutely against the run of play. No one quite saw that coming except Thurstan's open side flanker. Read it brilliantly. Royal just seemed to be going through the motions rather than going in with any conviction. And regardless of whom you are playing against, you just cannot let that happen. Patirana made a good break, bumped off a couple of players, made some good ground, but Royal just lacked that little bit of urgency in terms of their attack. And a wonderful read by the Thurstan open side flanker. Sees Thurstan drawing first blood. And the conversion is successful. So Thurstan very unexpectedly going into the lead, 7 points to nil.
Here's what happened completely against run of play, isn't it? And that pass was intercepted. The pass came through Afif Farouk, the Royal hooker. They're going to. It's going to be very cagey for Royal up until they get on the scoreboard. Because remember, last week training wouldn't have been rosy after losing that advantage to St. Peter's at home. What they want is a feel-good win here. It's not how much you score, but how well you play to win this game, Abdullah.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the critical thing from Royal's point of view. I'm sure they'd be deeply hurt and disappointed with how things panned out last week. But they've just got to put that behind them and get in a good performance in today. Unfortunate for Thurstan, a knock-on from that kickoff. So Royal with a scrum about 10 meters away from the try line. Fernando with the feed in. Patirana, will he look at another break? No, ball goes to the three-quarter line. Farouk. Nice short ball to Yahya. Quick recycle ball once again. Farouk. Jinking his way. Taking the ball up himself. Bandara. Carrying the ball. Ably supported by Altaf. Now Royal. Move it around. Patirana. Taking the ball up. Gain ball spread out. It's Farouk who takes the ball up this time. Quick recycle ball. Got to spread. Problem is that there's not much straightening off the line here. So Royal just drifting across, making it easier for the Thurstanites to defend. Giving ball to Bandara again, but some good stout defense by the Thurstanites. This time Royal go out wide. They do have numbers. Patirana, who gets the ball out to Samarasinghe, who will go over for Royal's first try. So that was much better by Royal. Just like to see a couple of their forwards taking the ball up much more rather than going wide, probably a tad too early. Nonetheless, Royal's first Amana Bank try coming courtesy of Amika Samarasinghe.
Like you mentioned, Abdul, I think we spoke about the brand new center combination that Royal have opted for this game, and it shows, isn't it? Nobody straightening things up. It's just that they're trying to go from end to end. It's not something that we normally see from Royal College. But they'll be very much relieved that they've managed to get themselves up on the scoreboard, and Yahya with an opportunity to try and equalize.
Yahya makes no mistake. So Royal level on the scoreboard as we approach the 12th minute of this game. It's 11 points, or rather 7 points all, as we have a look at that once again. That was much better by Patirana. Probably could have taken a couple of more steps and drawn the defenders, but Samarasinghe had enough pace to go over by himself. It's a bit of misjudgment. Sees a line out for Thurstan. I think it was Atif Altaf not collecting cleanly. Was in no position to collect that ball. So an opportunity for Thurstan right on the 22.
Well, these are kind of the areas that would really disappoint the coaching staff and also the players, isn't it? What you need is you want to make sure that you have the fluidity Thurstan trying to maul Royal College. Have managed to get some headway.
Ball spread out wide. Thurstan three quarters trying to create something but losing the ball in contact. Yes, that's the way Thurstan have got to approach this game, isn't it, Sudarshana? It did not quite work out on that occasion, but they've got to keep the ball away from the Royal forwards as far as possible. Try and make the four Royal forwards move about. I don't think they can get into an arm wrestle with this Royal pack. Just from that visual itself, you can see the disparity of both front rows. Royal definitely have a few kgs up on their opposite numbers. Savista Fernando with the feed. A good open side to work with. Patirana to Fernando. Short ball to Hiruka Jainindu. Position recycled once again. Another good run by Bandara. Made some good inroads. Ajmal linking up with the forwards. Farooq getting the ball to his outside centre. That was a high shot, not picked up by the referees. But nonetheless, Royal retained position. Marika taking the ball up. Royal go on the short side. Patirana to Samarasinghe. Wards off a couple of defenders. Will he be able to go by himself? Yes, he does. Samarasinghe for his second try. It was all too easy. Thurstan defenders falling off, not being able to make those tackles. So that's Royals' second Amana Bank try. And it's the second try for Royals' left wing Amika Samarasinghe as well.
Second Amana Bank try for Royal College as they slowly get into the groove, wanting to make sure that they capitalize on any errors from the Thurstanites. And regulation quick really increases the lead to 7 points, 14 points to 7. With Royal getting 2 Amana Bank tries.
It's just watching what has transpired thus far, Sudarshan. It's pretty evident where Thurstan seem to have struggled in this A division this year. They're just unable to match up those one-on-one tackles, isn't it? As we have a look at that once again. Samarasinghe just brushing off a couple of defenders in that first line of defense and then going round the fullback as well as the blindside wing three-quarter who came across to make the tackle as well. So it's the area probably where Thurstan have struggled the most.
The blind winger overshooting himself. Here's Afif with the carry. Some sleek work from the hooker, who's found his way to the try line a couple of times. Nabileya putting the ball to boot. Not ideal for Thurstan, isn't it? Who miraculously get possession back. That's hands inside the ruck. But referee says play on as Thurstan look to run. They will be looking. Yes, this time penalized. There was a ruck formed already. I think what's going to be important for Thurstan Abdullah is to make sure that they capitalize and utilize every single broken play that they get, because if they can attack Royal from different parts of the field, especially with width, I think they will try and test the Royal defense, especially given the fact that Royal have come in with wholesale changes to their lineup. It's never easy, isn't it, to try and organize your defensive effort when you have a lot of changes like that.
Yes, from Royal's point of view, but from Thurston's point of view, they've got to be positive, isn't it, Sudarshan? They just cannot afford to take a back seat. They've got to go up, be brave when they have ball in hand, and just try and be very proactive in the way they approach this game. That's not the best of throws, very clearly crooked. Veerasurya, no hesitation in opting for a scrum. Sudarshana, having played in this ground many a time and being a hooker yourself as well, not the most easiest of conditions to throw, especially if you're going to the back of the line out at number 6, isn't it?
Absolutely, Abdullah, because there is a massive wind that blows across this ground, and the funny part is it's not from one side to the other. It basically circles around the ground because at Sugathadasa there are no fortifications that cover the ground, so never easy. And ideally, if you can stick to your number 2, number 4 options, if they are working for you as Royal, make some headway through their backs here. Zafif, that's an option that we've seen. He's become that first ball carrier or the pivot point, as Thurstan have been guilty of a high tackle. Referee still playing advantage. Royal looking to play a more expansive game than we normally know of from them. Looking to send the ball out wide. Use their forwards on the second pod and then get the backs working. What might concern them is the fact that the gain line penetration hasn't been what they would have preferred. Ideally, if you can get another forward hitting that line, there'll be plenty of openings that will come up. Again, a seatbelt tackle. Pathirana gets it out to his centre. Hiruka. Beg your pardon, that's Didula Jayasuriya who touches down for the third Amana Bank try from Royal College.
Yes, a strong runner is Jayasuriya. Again, Thurstanites just falling off those tackles. This level of the game, you've got to make your one-on-one tackles. So far, Thurstan just haven't been able to do that. Yahya makes no mistake with the conversion. So Royal moving into the 20s, 21 points to 7. Like to see Veerasurya carry the ball a bit more. Not sure whether he's carrying an injury, but seems to be pretty content in offloading rather than take the ball into contact. As we have a look at that run by Jayasuriya once again. Rather feeble defensive effort by the Thurstanites. So Nethpul not kicking it beyond 10 meters. So it will be a centre field scrum. Again, Sudarshana, that's that wind you was talking about, isn't it? It was very clearly looked as if it was going to go reach the 22-meter line at least, but that swirling wind just held that back. So those are the problems which not just throwers, but even kickers will have to contend with when they play here at the Sugathadasa Stadium. It's a unique experience.
I think that's why it's an ideal spot when it comes to the knockouts, maybe as a neutral venue, because no matter how well you may think you know these grounds, you just don't know. And it has got a very good surface as well, Abdullah. Not too soft, which makes running on it a little too hard, but has a good irrigation system as well. As Royal go through the ranks onto this side, jumping over the tackle. I'd be surprised if he's not penalized up the left, because that's extremely dangerous.
Yes, it is. I think the assistant referee will just have a word with the on-field referee. It looks like a warning will be given. Samarasinghe should know that he cannot jump over a defender like that. That's definitely not legal, but there was advantage being played, so the referee has come back for a penalty, which he was playing advantage. Farooq finds a touch inside the 22.
This is going to be very important for Royal College, because despite the scoreline, they'll want the process to run right, isn't it? It's an area of the game that they capitalize on. It's an area of the game that they like to perfect and make sure that they have everything under control. Skipper sets it up, but has been illegally brought down by the Thurstanite as Afif from the shorter side. Again, I think this time around.
Yes, that's the second time that has happened, and that's pretty average, you'd have to say. And I think the referee on this occasion had given Royal a warning previously, but a repeat offence has resulted in a yellow card. I have to say that was pretty well managed by the referee, Charani Lianage. Warned Royal the first time, but the second time had no option but to give that yellow card.
And interestingly enough, it's not even close to the try line, isn't it, Abdullah? If you were a couple of meters short, you could say that he was trying to score. But this is almost Lewis and Clark kind of stuff.
Good clean line out ball for Thurstan. Taking the ball into contact. But some good work at the breakdown by Royal. Quick tap taken. Spreading it out wide. Patirana will have a go himself, breaking a couple of tackles. It's what he does so well from that number 12 position, but being the main ball carrier today. Farooq spreading the ball out wide. Yahya jinxing his way, gets the ball out to Samarasinghe with a lot of space. Samarasinghe cuts right back across, passes the ball on to Altaf. Royal create the next phase. Fernando redistributes. Royal have players out wide, and Jayasuriya should have no problem for Royal's fourth Amana Bank try. Looks like another injury for one of the Thurstan lads. Just like to see the Royal three-quarters straightening up a bit more, isn't it, Sudarshana? Just trying to give their wingers a bit more space to work with.
I think the memo has been where you attack the chorus, but while Royal are trying to effectively do that, it'll be important that they try and hit the center channels first, suck up the difference, and then send the ball out to the corners, so that the men at the corner can try and use the space out wide. Farooq's conversion is good as well. So positive stuff for Royal College as the kickers coming to the party.
Yes, as we have a look at that sequence of play once again. Royal just spreading the ball out wide. Jayasuriya rather casually going over the line, which was well converted by Royal's fly half Idris Farooq, taking the place of his skipper Thiven Pereira today, who has been given a bit of a rest. So small hold up in play as one of the Thurstan players is being attended to, but he seems to be okay. So Nethpul with the kickoff, comfortably collected by Farooq, who takes the ball into contact. Satsara to Veerasurya. Yahya trying to bump off a couple of defenders. Once again, Bandara taking the ball up. Good recycle ball, but Farooq knocking the ball up, but the Thurstan line was offside. And Satsara takes a quick tap. Yahya to Jayasuriya once again. And this time, the Thurstan defense is good enough to thwart the run of Jayasuriya, using the touch line to good effect.
Good urgency shown by the Royal. It seems like they've been given that lease of freedom to try and speed up the game. They're not looking to hang around or have discussions on what they want to do. They want to run from all corners, get a good score on the board, as Thurstan managed to get their line out right. The backs have been the problem. Breaks the first tackle. Space, needs support, as Royal tried to hold them up. Did very well to bring the ball down. This time there was a player being isolated, yet again taken quickly by a Royal College. And that poacher, the try scorer for Thurstan, Tanito Pereira, finds his way some way or the other onto the opposition side and carries the ball. Seems like he's gotten hit and he's on the floor. Pereira, as Thurstan look for options. A little dink and a chase.
Satsara taking the ball up, but looks like that was a high tackle, so the referee will come back for the penalty. Don't think there was too much in it. Probably just a talking to would suffice. So Thurstan will have to do with 14 players for the next 10 minutes or so. Farooq finds touch just about 10 meters from the Thurstan 22. So we have a look at that once again. Referees are pretty quick to clamp down on any high shots. So teams need to be on notice, as we seem to be having another injury as well.
Rightfully so, as well, isn't it, Abdullah? When it comes to high shots, it's detrimental to the safety of the players, and player safety is of paramount importance. It's the most important thing. As much as we love our oval-shaped ball game, we got to make sure that the safety of the players are safeguarded. What's the point of playing a game and not being able to talk about it because of something, some injury that you pick up?
Yes, concussion is a very big issue in rugby today. It's been spoken of vividly, and the high shots is a major part of that as well. So a lot of discussion, lot of research, lot of analysis has gone into it, and rules have been devised to protect players. It's important that teams adjust as well.
Yes, what's important is that it's been established that it is the sternum, or else in common language the nipple line that you need. Below the nipple line is what you need to aim at. So that shift needs to happen. It has been in action for the past 4 to 5 years of the. So these young men have played the game, maybe from the under 12 to under 14 level with those rules in effect. Whereas back in the day for us, when we were playing, your collars were the best tackling equipment, isn't it? Most of the wingers did not have their collars on.
So Royal launch another attack, going on the short side. Veera Surya being brought down. Royal shifting position again. Bandara has carried well for his team today. Once again, ball being spread wide. Pathirana, Samarasinghe warding off one tackle. Pathirana does well to get to that breakdown, but Royal have numbers out wide. Just needs to be straightened out. Bandara once again in the thick of it. Royal are lining up very deep. Yahya to Jayasuriya once again, and Jayasuriya will have enough pace to go over for another Amana Bank try. The 5th try for Royal. Both Royals wing 3/4 are having a field day. Didula Jayasuriya with another Amana Bank try for Royal. So Royal slowly but surely piling on the points. It's just that intercept try at the very beginning, isn't it, Sudarshana? Just seemed to have woken Royal to, in terms of the execution at least. There was just a sense that they were just going through the motions in those first few minutes. But Shamita Pereira's interception definitely changed that point of view. Farooq's conversion not successful. As we have a look at that try once again. Yahya drawing a couple of defenders, getting the ball out to Jayasuriya to put the finishing touches.
Jayasuriya and Samarasinghe have absolutely enjoyed the time in the corners as Royal keeps sending the ball out, because something that's constant when it comes to being back at Royal is that you don't get much possession, because the forwards are well equipped to guard the ball, and it's a skill that you need to develop as well. Abdullah, ball protection, especially when it comes to the forwards, if it's a skill that you need to master, and Royalists have done that over the years, time and time again, and to be able to get so much of possession in a game, I think I'm sure the wingers are absolutely loving it.
Yeah, that's right, and you can just see they are just cherishing the space available as well. And Royal wingers definitely had a tough week last game against the Peterites, but are enjoying themselves here again. Farooq comfortably collected. Yahya trying to run around, selling a dummy, warding off a couple of defenders. Royal again going on the short side, passing the ball on to Pathirana is Jayasuriya, who takes the ball back in. Patirana once again taking the ball up. Royal giving the ball a bit of width. Marika warding off a defender or two. Recycled ball once again. This time Samarasinghe just looking for options. Does well to stay on his feet as a couple of defenders encroach on him, but some good recycled position by Royal. And some good straight up play. Again, Royal three quarters, not quite giving the space that's required, but Jayasuriya has been in wonderful form today, just falling short of the line. Fernando getting the ball out wide, and referee has her hand out for an offside, but Royal may not require it. Yahya, Farooq passing the ball to Samarasinghe, and who will looks like he'll put the finishing touches on the stroke of half time to extend Royal's lead to 38 points to 7 rather. Have to say, Sudarshan, Thurstan not putting enough pressure at the breakdown. Just trying, they need to try and slow the ball up a bit because if Royal are playing the game at pace. Another Amana Bank try for Amika Samarasinghe. Just shows that you've just got to try and slow ball down at this level, is that you just cannot allow teams to play the game at pace. Continue to have free access to quick ruck ball. Farooq with the conversion attempt. Strikes it brilliantly. A wonderful strike by Idris Farooq. Takes Royals score to 40 points. Our clock shows that time's up for half time, but referee Charney probably feels there are a couple of minutes remaining.
It's a funny one, isn't it, Abdullah? Especially given the fact that, like you mentioned, Thurstan would ideally want to try and slow things up near the breakdown. But are you going to go into that physical battle with Royal in close quarters or fringes, given that they are the more physical side? So Thurstanites in a bit of a rock and a hard place kind of situation. As Royal yet again look to run out wide. Here's Jayasuriya, who's been in a terrific form. Already has touched down twice for 2 Amana Bank tries. End-to-end stuff. Again the seat belt tackle comes on. Referee will play advantage, and that could be, yes, just a penalty. Very, very well adjudicated that, because the degree of danger wasn't such, but I wonder, losing it forward, the skipper wanted to take it quickly and try and put his name on the scorers list.
Yes, Veerasuriya probably for the first time deciding to take the ball into contact so close to the try line, but he's been enjoying the distribution role thus far. But on this occasion, losing the ball in contact. So we have a look at that run again by Jayasuriya. Plenty of pace. Thurstan struggling to keep up with him. But some good desperate defense, not legally though, by Chamudita Manasinghe, the left wing of Thurstan, giving away a penalty, which Veerasuriya tried to take a tap and go over, but knocked the ball on in the process. So Thurstan will just look to put this ball out into touch. Probably the final play of this game. It's a loose ball, which has been put into touch. And looks like that will be the final play of this first half. After Thurstan going into a surprising lead, courtesy a intercept try by their open side flanker, Chamitu Pereira. It's been all Royal from then onwards. 40 unanswered points sees Royal comfortably ahead, 40 points to 7 at half-time.
But for generations, Malibun's Every Biscuits have been the perfect companion for gatherings, bringing friends and families together to celebrate cheerful moments, just like for today's game. Malibun Crisco Cheese Bits, Chick Bits, Snackers are the variety of Malibun's Every Biscuits, which suits everyone's taste, and I'm sure they'll be absolutely brilliant companion for you during this halftime break as well. As we take a look at the halftime confirmation, 7 points to 40. Royal College with a comfortable lead. We'll go for a quick commercial break. When we come back, we will have the action of the second half.
Don't go away, the action's just begun.
Malibun lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Malibun lemon puff. Hamasitakma pipide, rasa lemon rasa ye. Jeevithayama mihirai, Malibun lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Malibun lemon puff, Malibun lemon puff, chilven lemon.
නිකම් බොරුවට රිස්ක් එකක් ගන්නේ ඇයි? NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
එක පැත්තකින් වාගෙනදී තව පැත්තකින් මතුවෙනවා. මේ ටයිල් එක බෑ. දෙක තුනක් කැඩිලත් එක්ක. සමරි අක්කා.
ජීවිත කාලය පුරාම අල්ලන් ඉන්න නම් ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ඕන ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව්.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
නිකම් බොරුවට රිස්ක් එකක් ගන්නේ ඇයි? NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Surf Excel පළමු සේදුමෙන් ඉතා පහසුවෙන් තද පැල්ලම් ඉවත් කරන කම්ෆර්ට් ප්‍රීමියම් සුවඳ සමගින් දැන් රුපියල් 540කට පමණයි.
Gold hair and body wash එක.
හැමදේම අතළඟ තියෙද්දි දුක් විඳින්නේ ඇයි?
Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
It is my vision that wakes me up, not my alarm. I make mistakes, but I will never be defeated.
My biggest competitor is myself.
Vibe account from Commercial Bank for the youth who think beyond limits.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
ट्रेन के एलगी सफारियन याले अमित अली वाला सुवटे थी अन सेल्फी का हम वारे मचांग तुरे दकुने को हेगिया ट्रिप वन ने का डबल वेन को तुमी रसक हदा नाती नाता कशिया करम कामुदा मचांग प्रीमा को तुमी फंटामाई.
Stop! Didn't you know you can get free delivery with Uber One?
Wait, really?
Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus, enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
Enjoy the infinite possibilities of the freedom of space, inspired by the beauty of our land. Sri Lanka's finest finished, largest sized porcelain tile collection. Majestica. Lanka Tiles. Fine living redefined.
Get keys to your wheels and experience people-friendly vehicle leasing with Amana Bank. Enjoy the lowest monthly installment and flexible financing up to 7 years. Apply online at www.amanabank.lk. Amana Bank. It's your bank.
Surf Excel පළමු සේදුමෙන් ඉතා පහසුවෙන් තද පැල්ලම් ඉවත් කරන කම්ෆර්ට් ප්‍රීමියම් සුවඳ සමගින් දැන් රුපියල් 540කට පමණයි.
Gold hair and body wash shaker.
නිකම් බොරුවට රිස්ක් එකක් ගන්නේ ඇයි? NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
Real energy for real life. Ride. NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
කොහෙන් හරි කමන්නේ ෆොටෝ එක තිබ්බනම් මට මේ බිත්තිය කැත වහගන්න තිබ්බා.
චෞමරි අක්කා. බිත්තියට ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ගාලා ෆිනිෂ් කළා නම් ඔය ප්‍රශ්න මුකුත් නැහැ.
Swiss Tech Skim Coat finish එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
Real energy for real life. Ride.
Gold hair and body wash shaker.
Welcome back to the Sugathadasa Stadium as we're just about to start proceedings of this second half between Royal and Thurstan. For those of you who are just joining us, it's been a pretty dominant performance by Royal as expected. Thurstan going into an unexpected early lead, courtesy their open side flanker, Chamitu Pereira, who read that Royal play brilliantly to give his team a 7-0 lead. And their fullback, Nethpul Lasanda, made no mistake with the conversion, but from then on, it's been Royal all the way. Royal's 2 wing 3 quarters. Amika Samarasinghe and Didula Jayasuriya have been in fantastic form. They've enjoyed the space that has been afforded to them by the Thurstan defense, as well as the defenders not making those one-on-one tackles. As we have a look at the replay of those tries, Royal spreading the ball out wide today. at every given opportunity. And Royals Idris Farooq has been pretty impressive with the boot as well, as has Royals 2 wing 3/4. So it will be Royal to kick off. Farooq just ensuring his forwards stay onside.
Well, like you mentioned, while Royal College wingers would have enjoyed the space that had been afforded to them by the Thurstanite, I think what they would have really enjoyed is the increased amount of possession that they've had. As the physio from Royal College showcases his skill as well. Catching that on the fly.
This Thurstan finding touch just outside the 22. Farooq finds his skipper for today's game, Veera Surya. Ball sent out to Patirana, playing in the unfamiliar number 8 role today, carrying that ball forward. And Royal once again looking to spread the ball out wide. Yahya breaching a couple of defenders on the 5-meter line. Thurstan managing to turn that ball over, but not supporting his body weight is the call. Fernando taking the quick tap, spreading the ball out wide. Veera Surya knocking the ball on just before half-time when the try line beckoned, taking the ball up. Referee has her hands out for a penalty advantage as the Thurstan player did not roll away. And Samara Singha once again going over for another Amana Bank try. Thurstan just haven't been up to the task on making those one-on-one tackles on the flanks. So within the first couple of minutes itself, Royal notch another score. Ominous signs for Thurstan, isn't it, Sudarshana? The defensive effort they put in that first half would probably take a heavy toll on them. We saw a few of their players going down when in contact as well. So it's going to be a tough 35 minutes for these lads.
Not ideal, isn't it, for Thurstan College to have that feeling yet again creep up on you. As Farooq, yet again, I think these are very important moments and conversions for Royal College. The likes of Farooq hitting the ranks from corner flag, difficult conversions that will give a lot of confidence to the young man. As it serves as normal for the Royal Wingers in this second half as they touch down another Amana Bank try.
So Nethpul restarting play again. Royal allowing the ball to bounce. Farooq gathers. Ball spread out to the Royal fly half. Yahya taking the ball up, creating another phase. Space out wide for Royal. Samarasinghe once again. This time Thurstan doing well to nip that attack in the bud, but Royal managed to retain possession. Another strong run by Marika. Ball spread out wide. The scything run. Again Royal. Just cannot understand Sudarshana. Should know by now that they cannot jump over the tackler. This time the guilty party was Hiruka Jayanindu. And Thurstan deciding to go for the post. Cannot blame them. Just probably wanting to slow the game down a bit. Need to keep in mind they're down a player as well. So referee Charlie Lienage once again having a word with Royal skipper
Interesting one, Abdullah, because throughout this season, so far this season, you haven't seen that from Royal. Is it something that they picked up last week, or what? Or is there an extra bounce in the field here at Sugathadasa? I don't know, because that's the third time that we've seen Royal do that. And Thurstan, not to be outdone, gets 3 more points through Netupul Lasander.
Yes, I think it's just you'll have to put it down to over eagerness, isn't it, Sudarshana? You see so much space available. You'd want to avoid tackles in any way whatsoever, but got to just keep your bearings on you, maintain your discipline. Another long hanging kick by Farooq. And this time, Thurstan penalized for not releasing the ball. Patirana warding off a couple of defenders, offloads. Will Royal go for another try? Yes, they do. Thurstan just falling off the tackles. And it's Thivain Lakdev who puts the finishing touches to that move for another Amana Bank try. And with that, Royal notch up 50 points.
Well, it's going to be a long second half for Thurstan if they are not going to pick themselves up and try and turn things around. Because if you're going to give Royal that lease of life this early in the half, you can rest assured that they will look to really enjoy themselves.
Yes, Lakdev had his wing 3 Jayasuriya outside him, but probably said, you had your fun enough for the moment. Let me get one for myself and use his strength to good effect to get Royal over that 50-meter mark. Play recommences, safely collected by Afif Farooq, the Royal hooker, and the ball is spread out wide. Again, Jayasuriya taking the ball into contact, but this time Thurstan do really well to throw out that attack. Royal retain position. And it's taken forward by Sanuja Ranasinghe. Again, Royal playing from virtually their goal line. Just Royal need to be a little bit careful here. Wouldn't do them much harm to just kick the ball downfield.
Like we discussed, Abdul, I think Royal are here with a plan. They know it's a game that they are expected to win and also can win easy. So they're not looking to kick for territory. Even inside their red zone, they're looking to take quick taps and run. We haven't seen them looking to kick for territory or looking to get out of jail. Yes, this man, Jayasuriya, has been impressive. And what a run. Clear show of force, and that's another Amana Bank try for Jayasuriya, who's been in impressive form and who's really showcased the difference of quality between the two sides.
Yes, we've just been repeating this as this game has gone on, isn't it, Sudarshana? The Royal wing 3/4 have been having a field day. Once again, Thurstan just not making those first-time tackles. And you give a bit of space and to these Royal wing 3/4. They do have quite a bit of pace on them, isn't it, Sudarshan, and a bit of power as well. So once they get into full flight, it's very hard to stop them. as Nabil Yahya makes the conversion but not successful. So it will be 57 points to 10 as we have a look at that try once again. Got to make those first time tackles at this level. And with that kind of space, Thurstan fullback Nethbul Lasanda was in no position to stop Jayasuriya's run, being the last defender. Thurstan restart proceedings. Ball is knocked back. So Farooq once again taking the ball up. This time Idris Farooq deciding to do the ball carrying himself, make some good ground. Veerasuriya warding off a tackle or two, looking for space. Once again, Thurstan guilty of not making those first-time tackles. Referee has her hands out for offside. Patirana forcing the issue. Samarasinghe once again just warding off a defender and having enough pace for another Amana Bank try. And it looks like this game is between the two Royal wing three-quarters rather against Thurstan, unfortunately. It's a tit-for-tat game between Samarasinghe and Jayasuriya by the looks of it, but got to keep in mind, Sudarshan, a lot of hard work is done in between for the wing three-quarters to put those finishing touches. But from Thurstan's point of view, it's just been a very tough start for them in this second half. Just haven't been able to make those one-on-one tackles, isn't it? And it's pretty evident why they find themselves in this situation, not just in this game, but in terms of the scores that have been piled on against them in the league.
It's been a difficult one for Thurstanites. Like you mentioned, the two wingers from Royal College absolutely enjoying their time. It's not every day you see a lot of Royal wingers getting more than 2 to 3 tries in a single game. It's normally their hooker who notches up 3 to 4 tries, who becomes the beneficiary of the hard work done by their forwards from a maul.
Do I sense, Sudarshana, you wish you were wearing different colors during your school days? It's Thurstan who restart proceedings. Royal again bit over eager this time was Farooq, trying to make the pass before he caught the ball, resulting in a knock-on.
Well, these are the moments that the Royalists will be looking to start down on, because your concentration, irrespective of being 64 points to 10 or 5 points all, needs to be the same during the game, and that's something that they will look to eradicate those unforced errors that are piling up.
Yes, definitely. Royal just need to keep that intensity going, communication, discipline, all that needs to be kept at a good level. Just cannot let your guard down. Another one of those Thurstan lads is being attended to. Looks like he's received a cut just above his eyelid. And Royal have made a change. Looks like it's Altaf Aman who makes his way and is replaced by Gesandu Vijayawardena. So a good attacking opportunity for Thurstan. Let's see whether they'll have the ability to make use of it. Not the cleanest of strikes. Some good pressure by the Royal scrum. But Thurstan do well to hold on to onto position. But some good work by Royal's scrum half, Fernando. A pick and go from the side of the scrum. We haven't seen much of that today. Farooq selling a dummy. Royal forwards handling the ball quite well. Samarasinghe taking the ball into contact. Fernando once again spreading the ball out wide. Royal forwards retain position. Farooq trying to create something. Ball not finding its mark in terms of the pass, but referee was playing advantage for offside. Fernando takes a short tap. Lakdev sidesteps. Patirana gets the ball out to Jayasuriya, and Jayasuriya warding off a couple of defenders. He's being hunted down by Jason Usman, but Jayasuriya just having a bit too much pace for this Thurstan defense today, and goes in for another Amana Bank try. Didula Jayasuriya just putting another one on the board for Royal, and Nabil Yahya not even waiting for the kicking tee, just drop kicks it over to extend Royal's lead to 71 points to 10.
Well, it's possible that Jayasuriya might suddenly feature on tomorrow's Papare telecast top try scorers by this look of it. And I think the memo has been, the message that has been given to the Royal side is pretty clear, isn't it, Abdullah? You are going to hold on to position. We will not kick position away, irrespective of where in the field we have the ball from. And I think the assignment for Royal has been to make sure that there are no unforced errors or infringements, just to make sure that you keep the ball in hand and play. Take a look at how deep the line has been, as Royal's regular skipper Pereira seems to have come on to the field alongside the halfback. Here's Jayasuriya yet again. Absolutely loving his time here at Sugathadasa.
Again, Thurstan just not making those one-on-one tackles. And this time it's Hiruka Jayanidu warding off a couple of defenders to go under the post. Just cannot miss tackles, is the Sudarshana. Thurstanites, you got to feel for them. Physically, they have struggled to match up to this Royal team. It looks like Royal have bought Simak Shafiq into that number 9 position. He's replaced Savista Fernando. So Simak, with the conversion attempt under the post, makes no mistake. So Royal's lead extended to 78 points to 10.
Well, here again, why we understand there's only a little that we can do about the formation of the tournaments and also the number of teams that are going to be playing in the top division. Abdullah, I think it's important that we eradicate games of this nature, and there's not so much learning or experience. The team that is going to face the brunt of a score like this is going to take home. And the youngsters who are looking over the under 12s, under 14s, under 16s, does this really encourage you to keep continuing and pushing for the game when this happens to you? Of course, it can happen to you once during the season, but if it's going to happen to you every other week, every week, it's not a great advertisement for rugby.
Yes, it is a tough one, isn't it, Sudarshan? But a lot of teams aspire to make it to the top division. But something which generally does happen is when that team that does gain qualification, they do have a good team. But probably if the following year, if a lot of those senior good quality players leave their ranks, then you are left with a pretty novice team having to play A division rugby. So it's a tough one, you'd have to say. But probably the number of teams definitely need to be reduced. There's no doubt about that. But
I think something that some food for thought is if you are going to have 16 teams anyway, then I think the structure needs to be relooked at. Maybe 4 groups of 4 teams to play the first round, where every team will play 3 games, and then you'll look at another round where the top 2 from each group plays each other or some sort, because then it'll be a more level playing field for most of these teams.
Yeah, that's fair enough. We'll come back to that later as we see Thurstan launching an attack. And it's the open side flanker. The try scorer making a half break. This is really good by Thurstan. Wonderful bit of skill. But looks like they decided to kick the ball away. But referee this time penalizing Royal for offside. So that was a well-structured attack, and once again it was started by the open side flanker and try scorer Chamintu Pereira. And Thurstan have decided to go to the post. Cannot quite blame them. Get points whenever you can.
And more shows try and spend a couple of more minutes or use a couple of more seconds on the clock. Well, conversion successful, so that will be 13 points to 78 as Thurstan reduced the thump in deficit between them and Royal by 3 points. The lads from Reed Avenue had some brilliant opportunity with the ball, looking to run from every single part of the field. But it's the penalties that they need to try and keep an eye out on, because remember, you are very comfortable in front. You got to make sure that you have your discipline on point.
That's right. Royal a bit guilty on a couple of occasions. Not being as disciplined as they should be. So Thurstan with a rare line out throw in. They shorten the line out as well. Well collected. Thurstan trying to launch an attack. Spreading the ball out wide. Trying to kick ahead. Simak covers well. Jayasuriya selling a dummy, but this time the Thurstan defense is up to it. Ball recycled. Carried forward by Akira Yatavara. And to Bandara once again. Royal prop forward has definitely made a case for his inclusion in the main team. He's carried extremely well today. Royal spreading the ball out wide. And Samara Singha warding off a tackle once again. Oh, it's Lakdiva stepping and going over for another Amana Bang try. Thive and Lakdiv getting his second Amana Bank try and another score for his team. Simak just deciding to drop kick it over. So that's 85 points to 13. And Lakdev probably deciding to sneak onto the wing 3-quarter position. Probably feels that where the action and the opportunity lies.
Well, has decided to get his name on the scoreboard yet another time, Lakdev. 13 points to 85. Humongous score from Royal College, even after letting Thurstan have a couple of exchanges. They managed to put up a thumping score. And I think it's the ideal game, isn't it, Abdul? After that very, very documented Afif second time he's done that, he's going to have to face at least 20-30 kickoffs come the training session next week. But absolutely ideal, like I mentioned, the ideal game to bounce back from, isn't it? To have that feel-good game is going to be always important for teams who are focused on the bigger picture. And like you mentioned, the number 3 for Royal College, the big prop forward, Bandara, an imposing figure and has carried the ball very well for Royal.
Yes, probably an option to bring from the bench as well, because he's in for Thinet Gamage, the experienced Royal prop forward. So Thurstan with an attacking opportunity, but a little bit of indecision, and Royal's defense up in a flash like they have been all season. And this time penalized for not releasing the ball. Padirana takes the short tap. Takes the ball into contact. Veerasurya passing the ball out. Going through the hands. And some really good defense, you'd have to say this time, by Thurstan's Ahad Saleh. Getting a good tackle into Fawad Nazar. So it looks like that's the end of play for Royals hooker Afif Farooq. Royals first choice hooker has been brought in, Naqib Mohammed. Again, not a good line out by Thurstan, turning possession over. So there's no advantage, so it'll come back for that knock on. Yes, it's not just in terms of the hit out, isn't it, Sudarshana? It's also probably a little bit of a tactical play. Want to give some of those players who had a really tough physical outing last week a bit of a break, which could prove important considering a likely very tough game next week as well. Could very well be Sipatana. Or could
definitely be Sipatana, given that Royal have already secured the position, and so is Sipatana, who are going to be topping the opposite side's group, because even if they lose against St. Thomas's, they will still top the group on the other side, who will meet Royal College next week.
A nice wraparound move by Royal. Just need to create a bit of phase, and Jayasuriya, who else, popping up this time from the fullback position. He's been moved to fullback, and it's another try for the Royal wing 3-quarter. That was a pretty easy finish, but he has been really good for Royal. Made some very strong runs.
Well, Abdullah, if I'm not wrong, I think Jayasuriya touchdown 6 times. If I'm not wrong, in this game, that's going to be 5 times. I'm corrected by one of our team members, Reshwan, who is a little depressed, given that St. Joseph's are not performing very well currently against the Wesleyites. Another game that's going on in the Dialog Schools Rugby League. 4 games today. Up in Palekale, Trinity in a very comfortable lead, 40 points to 14. Wesley College 33 points to 12 against St. Joseph's, with Zahira securing a victory after 37 years against Kingswood College, 38 points to 0 up in Kandy. And here Royal running riot.
Conversion not successful, so score will remain at 85 points to 13. As we have a look at a pretty common sight in this game. Jayasuriya going over for another try. So Sudarshana, we have to decide on a player of the match.
Well, I think all you have to do is announce the player of the match, Abdullah, and not decide, because how can you? I think to give the viewers who might be guessing a clue, it's basically the name of Sri Lanka cricket's interim coach and the man who's touched down so many times in this game. I think Jayasuriya absolutely has been terrific, isn't it, Abdullah? I mean, not for his scores, but his running lines and speed, and also in contact, how he's managed to get away from the tacklers, and the good sense. Sometimes you may have your speed, but if you do not know which lines to attack and try and capitalize, you can't get that advantage. And Jayasuriya has done wonderfully well today.
Yes, he has. He has managed to be at the right place at the right time on a couple of occasions, but he's also created a lot for himself. Very strong, strapping lad. Honorable mention to his wing mate as well. Amika Samarasinghe, he had a field day. And also honorable mention to, I thought, Yehan Bandara, Royal's replacement prop forward, who carried extremely well. As we see Royal's replacement scrum half, Simak making a break, offloading to Patirana. And Bandara, just mentioned him, a deserved try for the Royal prop forward. I thought he's done very well in today's game in terms of carrying, and you have to say, a well-deserved try for the young lad.
100%, Abdullah. I think brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Very, very well deserved score for the young lad, who's carried very well, and he's used his physique to good effect.
You have to say good fitness levels as well, isn't it, Sudarshana? Good endurance to follow your team right up to the other end. He's played a full 67 minutes of this game, and as a prop forward to run a supporting line as that, you'd have to say that is pretty impressive on his part.
However, it's the workload of the forwards, I think, was cut 80% today. And another brilliant, absolutely brilliant conversion coming in from Farooq from the touch lines. He's been phenomenal. 97 points to 13 is the score. Can Royal get to triple figures?
As we have a look at that once again, Patirana on support and Bandara right there. probably been calling out from the 50-meter mark, I'm with you, I'm with you. And a well-deserved try for Royals number 3.
This is going to be interesting. Does Royal go for 100? Here's an opportunity. Newman in. Passes the 50-meter mark, and then, however, yet again, referee Charity says they're penalized for jumping up in the tackle. Be interesting to see if we can take a look at that, because this is not the first time. Take a look at this. It's a little harsh on Royal, but they haven't done themselves any favors by doing that time and time again earlier.
Absolutely. Once you do a repeated infringement and you get it into the referee's head, they are going to be on the lookout for it. So Thurstan once again opting to go to the post. Netpul Lasanda strikes it extremely well and slots it over for another 3 points for Thurstan. So that's his third penalty. The lad has been really good from the tee today. Royal start proceedings. And with a quick kick-off.
Royal trying to be a little cheeky. Quick kick-off, kicking it deep and trying to attack it was the Royal skipper, Pereira. Thurstan with a defensive scrum in their 22 meters, and they say, no way, Jose, you're going to score 100 against us. And wraps the game up 97 points to 16.
Yes, comprehensive victory for Royal as expected. Thurstan just unable to make those one-on-one tackles, and the scoreline pretty much reflects that. It's been a real tough one for Thurstan this year. But hopefully this experience will just make them a little bit stronger.
Well, the hit of the bench. Chill out, folks. Grab a Maliban lemon puff and make up your mood. Maliban lemon puff with real lemon and no artificial colors or flavors will give you a zesty kick to keep you chilled all game along.
Well, Royal have definitely got their kicked in today. Pretty disappointed after last week's encounter against the Papare, but to their credit, have come in and put a relatively decent performance. Managed to get a lot of their fringe players an opportunity for a run out, for a hit out. And no doubt they would have benefited from the exposure they have gained. Thurstan on their part will probably need to go back and have a look at their structure. Will probably need to prepare for the relegation playoffs to try and stay up in A division. That will be their main goal probably coming into this season as well. So a lot of work to do from their part as we have a look at the highlight reel of this second half. It's been Royal all the way, and this man Jayasuriya has been in the thick of it, showing good pace, good power as well to put the finishing touches to many a move. And just Thurstan, just the inability to make those one-on-one tackles. And his other partner in crime, Amika Samarasinghe, had a field day of his own as well, running in many a try against a pretty lackluster Thurstan defense, you'd have to say. And this is Jayasuriya once again being afforded all the pace to him, just having a bit too much power in his lower body for this Thurstan team to cope with. And Royals centres joining in the fun as well. Hiruka Jayanindu on that occasion, putting the finishing touches to a move. Another feature of today's game, you'd have to say, is the kicking of Royals stand-in fly half. Idris Farooq made some really good conversions. And his opposite number, Netpul Lasanda, was very good with the tee as well, putting over 3 penalty kicks and adding a conversion as well for his team. But eventually Royal just running the game, running away with this game as expected. So we have a look of another try by Jayasuriya. And another lad who played tirelessly is Yehan Bandara. Carried well for his team, grabbed the opportunity, you'd have to say, that came his way. And of course the kicking of Idris Farooq from Royal and Netpul Lasanda from Thurstan, another highlight of the game. So these are the key stats. 16 points to 97 in favour of Royal. Royal running in 15 tries to that one interception try by Chamitu Pereira early on in the game. 11 of those 15 tries were converted successfully. Thurstan on their part replied with 3 penalties during the course of the game, and of course our player of the match, Didula Jayasuriya, Royals right wing 3/4. So these are the upcoming fixtures for tomorrow. The big one, Isipatana versus St. Thomas's. Vidyartha hosting unbeaten Peter Wrights up in Nittawala. Science College will take on DSN Anayaka here at the Sugathadasa Stadium, and the final game between the two teams at the bottom of that table, Sri Sumangala versus St. Anthony's at the Bogambara Stadium.
Interesting game, Isipatana versus St. Thomas's, which will decide who will go on to the second round from that group. Vidyartha Peters, it's going to be a grudge game, because last time Pete Wrights travelled to Nittawala, Vidyartha managed to really upset the Pete Wrights. So that's going to be something the Pete Wrights are going to have at the back of the mind. Vidyartha, on the other hand, their season is complete, pretty much done. So they will want one scalp that they can show off as what they went through. Science versus DS and Anayaka College. I think DS will want to finish the season strong, but at Bogambara, I think Sumangala will be hoping that they have some bragging rights over their Antonian counterparts, whereas St. Anthony's will want a win, not to be in that relegation battle.
So those are fixtures up for tomorrow, and that's it from the Sugathadasa Stadium. As myself and Sudarshana Piris, we'll see you again tomorrow for another live fixture. Until then, take care and good night.
children lemon.
නිකම් බොරුවට රිස්ක් එකක් ගන්නේ ඇයි? NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
It is my vision that wakes me up, not my alarm. I make mistakes, but I will never be defeated.
My biggest competitor is myself.
5 account from Commercial Bank for the youth who think beyond limits.
Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
වතුරත් ලීක් වෙලා ස්ලැබ් එකත් ඉවරයි. බලන්නකො දැන් සාලේ කැත. චමරි.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල් 2K waterproof දැම්මනම් වතුර කාන්දු වෙන්නෙත් නෑ. හිතටත් නිදහස්.
Swistek Aquashield 2K waterproofer. සීල් කරන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Real energy for real life. Ride.
Get keys to your wheels and experience people-friendly vehicle leasing with Amana Bank. Enjoy the lowest monthly installment and flexible financing up to 7 years. Apply online at www.amanabank.lk or call 0117 756 756. Amana Bank. It's your bank.
Seat Car Radials. The road is yours.
NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න. Real energy for real life. Ride.
Gold hair and body wash shaker.
Enjoy the infinite possibilities of the freedom of space, inspired by the beauty of our land. Sri Lanka's finest finished, largest sized porcelain tile collection. Majestica. Lanka Tiles. Fine living redefined.
නිකම් බොරුවට රිස්ක් එකක් ගන්නේ ඇයි? NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Gold hair and body wash shaker.
Hot and spicy fun vibe එකකින් ඉවර කරන්න. Beat එක remake කරන්න නැතෙන්න. හදවත බාවලා යන්න කින්නර fashion කරන්න. Fun උතුරන්න කොතුමි kick එක වෙන්න. Cream කොතුමි fun තමයි.
Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. හැමසිතක්ම පිබිදේ, රස lemon රසයේ. ජීවිතයම මිහිරයි. Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. Children lemon.
Stop! Didn't you know you can get free delivery with Uber One?
Wait, really?
Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus, enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
එක පැත්තකින් වාගෙනදී තව පැත්තකින් මතුවෙනවා.
මේ ටයිල් එක බෑ. දෙක තුනක් කැඩිලත් එක්ක.
චමරි අක්කා. ජීවිත කාලය පුරාම අල්ලන් ඉන්න නම් ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ඕන ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව්.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
සර්ෆ් එක්සෙල් පළමු සේදුමෙන් ඉතා පහසුවෙන් තද පැල්ලම් ඉවත් කරන කම්ෆර්ට් ප්‍රීමියම් සුවඳ සමගින් දැන් රුපියල් 540කට පමණයි.
Colombo, beautiful outside and inside.
හැම දේම අතළඟ තියෙද්දි දුක් විඳින්නේ ඇයි?
Stop! Didn't you know you can get free delivery with Uber One?
Wait, really?
Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus, enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
Gold hair and body wash shaker.
Stop! Didn't you know you can get free delivery with Uber One?
Wait, really?
Yes, you can get unlimited free delivery on eligible orders with Uber Eats. Order this, and that, even groceries. You can also get 5% back in Uber credits on rides. Priority service exclusively with our top-rated drivers. And with Uber Eats, expect your order to arrive on time, every time. With just a few taps, unlock exclusive perks and savings. Plus, enjoy your first month free. Sign up for Uber One now.
කොහෙන් හරි කමන්නේ ෆොටෝ එක තිබ්බනම් මට මේ බිත්තිය කැත වහගන්න තිබ්බා.
චමරි අක්කා. පිටියට ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ගාලා ෆිනිෂ් කළා නම් ඔය ප්‍රශ්න මුකුත් නැහැ.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ෆිනිෂ් එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
Gold hair and body wash shaker.
Real energy for real life. Ride.
Get keys to your wheels and experience people-friendly vehicle leasing with Amana Bank. Enjoy the lowest monthly installment and flexible financing up to 7 years. Apply online at www.amanabank.lk.
Amana Bank. It's your bank.
Right. Studies, jobs,
Real energy for real life. Ride. NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දී රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
සර්ෆ් එක්සෙල් පළමු සේදුමෙන් ඉතා පහසුවෙන් තද පැල්ලම් ඉවත් කරන කම්ෆර්ට් ප්‍රීමියම් සුවඳ සමගින් දැන් රුපියල් 540කට පමණයි.